Happy Halloween and blessed Samhain. It is time for some free tarot readings again. So I've never got to do these on Halloween night. We've always been super busy trying to do Halloweeny stuff that I always thought it would be neat to read tarot cards on Halloween night, but it never happened until now. So I'm actually out here in the chapel. The chapel is a separate building off our house where all of our altars are. I make a lot of the jewelry out here and dress the chicken feet and make all sorts of stuff. So here I'm just shuffling the cards and going to try to give us a general reading. Hello, Rose. You're the first to join. I'm shuffling to do actually a 3-card reading for all of us for the week. We'll see. I know I've had lots of costume changes today. This morning I was wearing the Halloween shirt and a witch's hat. And for my show, hello, everyone on Facebook, Ruth. If you are coming to us through Facebook, remember you can go to, we do stream through StreamYard, so I can't see your name. If you go to streamyard.com/Facebook and give it permission, it will show us your name. If not, you can actually just go in and with your question say, this is Sally or whatever, and I can read your name that way. So we're going to pull 3 cards to see what's going on this week for all of us. We have got Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like something is slow in the money department for some reason. Something is going to slow us down as far as profits and money go. Or this can also be the past, like it's been slow. Yeah, it's past, present, future. So yeah, things have been slow in the money department for everyone. However, they're going to pick up because it shows we're 6 of Wands. That's a victory card. Everything becomes victorious. You win in the battle in the end. And then we have Page of Wands, which is we're going to have new beginnings. It's like you can just start completely over. So that's good. So, yeah, that's the reading for this week. Things have been slow for everyone money-wise. We're going to win in the end, and it's time to sort of rethink your game so you know how to get there. Hello, Kiki. Kiki's on here. We got Ruth and Rose, Rihanna. I believe that's how you pronounce your name. Kiki, Toya, Stacy. I'm going to do this for, I don't know. We'll see how long it goes. Reverend Roy is in the house. We got to do some house cleaning tonight. They're coming tomorrow to rebuild our staircase. Over the past year, we've had so many things redone in the house, from the landscaping to the roofing to the kitchen. And the last thing, when it was all done, we're like, look at this ugly staircase. It's a steep staircase that goes up to our private offices. Yes, we have offices everywhere. There's one at the house, there's one at there's one at the store, and then I have our little space out here in the chapel. But we're talking ugly. It used to be a drop-down attic, and the people had put up these janky stairs with 2x4s on the side. At least they were turned sideways, so it looked kind of skinny. You couldn't tell it was a 2x4 painted white. And old brown carpet on the steps. So, once the whole house got redone, and then you saw that janky staircase, which is probably why no one bought the house when we bought it. They're going to redo the whole thing with metal piping and some redwood steps, and then put facing on the front of it. So It will look a lot better. So if anyone has any questions, let me get that banner up so we know how this works. Yeah, place your question in the live chat and we'll get to you. This is actually my um, channel, Papa G. But hey, I forgot to make my own little direction thing tonight. So whatever, let's promote Aroma G's tonight too. Um, because Aroma G's is mine and Roy's store here in Nashville. Matt and Nelson and I think Jada are there running it tonight till 8 o'clock. Let's see. Let's see. Let me get to the questions. Your questions. Toya, what's coming towards me in love? Let's ask the Lenormand card that because they're pretty good at love questions. I'm going to pull two of those because they're better read in twos. Oh, what a perfect pull. So it's 13, which is the child card, followed by the love card, which means there's either someone new coming to you or it's an old flame that's going to rekindle. You're going to find a new life in an old flame, or the person you find makes you feel at home, makes you feel homey, settled, safe. But yes, I think it could actually be someone from the past going to pop back up and you're going to rekindle a relationship. I hope you had good ones in your past. If any of them, some of them that have reformed at least. Rihanna said something about the shed also. What's that mean, Rihanna? Did I miss something? Terry, will I be successful in securing a new position and role with my current employer and be happier in that role? That's where the knights come up all over the place this week. Knight of Pentacles, you are on the precipice of starting something new that'll be both profitable in money and in your emotions. Um, Pentacles and abundance, it just doesn't deal like coins. It's not always just money. Sometimes it deals with the way we feel about things, the way we feel settled, or something that brings us joy, or it could be an abundance of friends or anything like that. But you ask about a job, and I think you will be able to get a new one and you'll be a lot happier there, both money wise and just happier. Katie's ask about love. Next is Felicia, who said, I'm on the right path. Did you mean, are you on the right path? But first, we're going to answer Katie about love. Oh, what a perfect card. It is Two of Cups. Now, Two of Cups to me is more of a lover's card than the lover's card because the lover's card deals a lot with it can be business relationships or new beginnings or making commitments. Um, to me, the Two of Cups, because Cups is actually the emotion card, the card of emotions and love and feelings. Um, this is more of a bonding of two people. So to me, this has always been more of the lover's card than the lover's card. So if you're in a relationship, it's going to get stronger. If you're not, the right one's getting ready to find you. Felicia, I'm going to come back to you because I want you to rephrase your question. Yours put, I'm on the right path. If you are, wonderful. If that's a question, please rephrase it as a question and I'll get to it as soon as you do that. Or as soon as I get down to it. Stephanie Smith, yay, Aroma G's Botanica. That's what I say every day. It is amazing to be able to go to work and do something that you love to do. Whereas most of the time, Roy and I are in the office doing paperwork, or I'm working on the website, or putting products, or photographing something. or inventing something new oils. I need to come up with some new oils in my line. I'm getting used to this Coke Zero. Oh, Felicia, well, will I get married? Okay. Are you on the right path? Will you get married? Right now, you got a lot of things going on. It's a star card, which usually means good fortune and good things coming your way and some luck. But it can also mean, to me, I've always thought of it, and no one really reads this card this way, I think, except me, that she's really focused on getting that water in one hand, but she's pouring out what she's already gathered in the other one. But a lot of people in tarot thinks that she's actually get making the ground fertile, so new things will come. So the star card is a good card. So I would say the answer would be yes. Rihanna, I don't know if I already answered a question for you, but we'll go for it. What's coming up for me in November? Thanksgiving. That's what's coming. The Empress, which can be a card of motherhood. It can also be a card of, it's more so a card of nurturing because people don't always want the motherhood card. They're like, no, no. Um, it's a time to nurture yourself, look out for yourself, make sure you're taking care of yourself. And it can also be taking care of other people. Um, but it's a time of nurturing. So that's what you're going to be doing in November, looking out for yourself, making yourself comfortable, taking some time to do some things that you want to do, not what everyone else wants you to do. Amber Rose, can I get a card, please? So tell me in the comments, what is everyone doing this Halloween besides just sitting here watching me? Are you getting a tarot reading while waiting for trick or treaters to come to the door? Amber, your card is the Hermit. And, the Hermit doesn't really mean you're going to be stuck in the house. Let's focus there. Stuck in the house like a hermit. I've always considered this card to be, I call it the porch light card, meaning you can only take one step at a time, one day at a time. Because if you go outside and it's night and you turn on the porch light, you can only see so far out in the dark. It's just like he's holding this lantern, taking one step at a time, seeing what he sees as he takes each step. It's like don't rush things. Take it slow and easy. Oh yes, Stephanie. So you read a card and sent good vibes to me a few days ago. Thank you so much. They moved my surgery up 2 weeks and I'm excited. Good. Toya, you're right. Resonates. Thanks for the messages. Good, good. Which Joseph? Which Joseph looks kind of good looking. We like good looking male witches in here. Does Spirit have any message for me? Here comes Reverend Roy to feed the chapel cat, our little black kitty. Okay, Joseph. It is Five of Wands, which a lot of people see this and they think of a struggle. This is really more of a competition card. There is another. There's other cards that show the wands where it looks like people are in battle or holding their own, but this one is about competing. So there is someone you're either competing with or going to compete with. Focus in there so you can see the pretty picture. I don't know if they're up for the same job or someone may be a little bit jealous of you and trying to get one up on you, or you may just have be coming into a time where you have to hold your own. I have worn all sorts of headpieces today. I think the horns were my favorite. This is like the little bitty skulls to match. If you can see these skulls on this shirt. Oh, there's one. And there's someone who used to come into the store a lot made this. It's the Helm of Awe. Is that right? I think so. I don't wear it that often. Sherry Taylor, is anything exciting happening for me in November? Please and thank you for the card. Anything exciting happening in November? Well, you're going to make lots of plans in November. It's a time to daydream, a time to ruminate, think about what it is you want to do. Just don't make solid plans right now because this can be what you call a castles in the air card. Um, the plans may be a little bit too daydreamy. So, but feel free to daydream all this November. Um, look over things, ruminate. What do I want to do? What do I want to change? And then take that information into the new year to make some changes. Kiki, feeling stuck trying to find guidance to get unstuck. Will this come? These dang knights, they're just popping up all over the place. Of course it will come. Knight of Pentacles again. On the precipice. Um, like we said in the other one, money, abundance. I mean, look, the guy's on the edge of town. He's just outside of town. He's been driving, trying to bring you this good stuff. Driving, riding. I don't think that horse is motorized. Talk about horsepower. Um, but yeah, it's on the edge. It's just not there yet. You're gonna come unstuck. For now, just have fun day to day while the unstucking comes. That sounds like a horror movie, The Unstucking. Delvania or Delvania? Am I in the relationship that I need to be in? Now, precursor, when I answer questions like that, now, don't go and be breaking up with someone 5 minutes after we pull a card or accepting their engagement ring if you have these questions. Because listen, we don't know each other personally, and I'm pulling one card for you. But let's see if it gives you any hints. Are you in the relationship that you need to be in? I think so. Right now, it's Nine of Pentacles. I mean, it looks like you still feel in control of your own emotions, your own path. Um, if you're not feeling that, this shows where you need to be. So, is the person you're with supportive? Do they get behind the things you want to do? Because this card is, I've said this before. Um, I'm telling my age. There was a show on. You remember that? Anyone remembers the era of the nighttime soap opera, which was Dynasty, Knots Landing, Dallas. This is my Falcon Crest card, the Angela Channing card, which Falcon Crest she owned a winery. Um, Everyone looked up to her, even though she was a bitch. But she was rich. She was abundant. She made things happen. She knew her own mind. So yeah, and of course there is a come on and focus the falcon right there. So yes, that is my Angela Channing card, which to me shows for right now you're in the relationship you need to be to learn whatever it is you need to learn. Terry Bogart, I love this tarot card deck to be purchased at Aroma G's. We have tons of them. This is actually the Rider Waite deck, which is the traditional tarot cards that most of the other ones are based off of. Now, this one, I prefer this one. This is a color enhanced version. It's called the Radiant Rider Waite. So the colors pop more. So I've always read with this one. I've tried to read with the other ones, and I've said it before, and I will say it again why I don't. Because I'm terrible with Roman numerals. I can read them, but I pause and I have to think about it. And these don't have Roman numerals. Like here, five of swords says five at the top. So I don't like to pause. So, or to think about it. I like to think of the messages. I'm not going to sit here and do math when I'm trying to do tarot. So yes, it's the Radiant Rider Waite. Ron Johnson, way stuck. What steps do I need to take to get unstuck? All right, we got some unstucking going on in here. Let's ask the Lenormand cards. What sort of unstucking do you need? I'll have to pull out one of these. All right, Ron, let's pull you a special card. Ooh. This one says, first thing to get unstuck is get your head out of your ass. Pronto. It's dark and you can't see a thing. So, are you getting too wrapped up in what you're thinking about things? Are you getting yourself stuck? Did you not meet your own expectations? Still going to pull a Lenormand card on that. Those cards are fun, but that doesn't mean they have great divinatory meaning. It's the sun, everything bright, shiny. It's maybe you need to be stuck right now. Maybe you need to have a time to stew, think, reflect. But the other card tells you to get your head out of your ass. So if you put those two things together, it's the time to stew on your ideas while kicking yourself in the butt. There's Keith, Tanya. Would there be opportunities on the horizon? Oh, yes. So here we have 10 of Cups, which is they're all celebrating. The kids are dancing. The parents are glad to see the rainbow and the abundance and the emotions and everything come in. So absolutely yes, new opportunities are coming and they're going to be good ones. I don't know if there's anything such thing as a bad opportunity. I guess there are. I guess opportunities come all the time, but that doesn't mean they're wonderful ones. Rose Lambert, she's under the covers tonight. It is cold. Where are you, Rose? All of a sudden, it's cold here in Nashville. Which Joseph, we are passing out candy at the moment. We would like to pass out candy, but no kids come to the house in this neighborhood. Last year we had 0. The year before that there were 3. I think we have given up. So it's become our custom to make chili on Halloween. I tell Roy maybe we should just, if any come to the door, get out a ladle, give them a big scoop of chili into their bag, see what happens. Pass out soup. Ron said candle work. What candle work? I'm assuming you're asking what candle work do you need to do to get unstuck? Burn purple candles for first you may do orange for road opening, bringing forth or blockbuster. The only thing about blockbuster is I always tell people to do road opening work first because it brings in new opportunities. Blockbuster, people think, well, I'm just going to knock down all the obstacles. But the problem with that is sometimes if you do blockbuster work, the things you knock down can fly in directions you do not anticipate and hit all sorts of stuff, like the fan, if you know what I mean. So do a little orange candles for road opening and purple for success. Sylvania, I'm waiting to pass out candy. Oh, here we have another one. Oh, someone we get to block. Hara Midi. Terry Bogart, they're sending a message to you. Terry Bogart. Hey, love, I felt a strong, positive energy in with you. And if you don't mind me considering you for a reading, my love, will let you stay away from bad energy and toxic relationship, send me a friend request. How about this instead? Fuck off. We blocked the user. You got to be a piss poor reader if you got to come into rooms like this and try to drum up business. While we're on the topic, you will never see me or Aroma G's because there are people who make fake accounts that look like ours but are not ours. No one from us will ever direct message you for a reading or tell you, I have a message from Spirit for you. We don't need to. I have plenty of people coming to me for readings. I don't have to go out and try to drum up business, especially not this way. Here, as I scroll down, they're contacting everyone. What an asshole. All right, so someone on Facebook watching you and waiting for Halloweeners, but it looks like a thin crowd year. I don't know what it is. Everyone wants to go trunk or treating. Um, but I saw an interesting meme today that says, Jesus knows your trunk or treating event is really Halloween. Samhain Blessings, Witch Joseph. I was talking today. I did a little show. Go look it up if you went to my YouTube channel of some of the more interesting things about Halloween that we don't normally talk about. And always this time of year, everyone says, how do you pronounce that word? It looks like Sam Hain. And I noticed the old video we had of that was replaying a lot today, which is Samhain. And if you go to the old Gaelic version, it's Savin because the old Gaelic, the W makes a V sound. A little trivia for you. Amberline, waiting for trick or treaters and watching you. Can I get a general reading? It's the Wheel of Fortune. All things are possible right now, Amber. Um, things can go in any direction, but most of the time, the Wheel of Fortune is a positive card. So you have lots of different options. Feel free to take all of them, some of them, or just pick one. Fun fact about this card: when Pixie designed this card, there in the corner is Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, sort of hidden into the meaning of those into those symbols. Ruth, anything coming from me? I know you're Ruth. I think the men in the straight jackets are coming for you, but I digress. Six of Swords. You're going to start to pull away from something soon. Um, this can go either way. It's either pulling away from something or moving towards something. Either way, there's something in the past you're going to be drifting away from. It can be an idea. Um, it can be the place you live. It can be a work related. But it's time to take a journey into the next part of your life. Lady V, I hope I made it in time. Of course, we're all here. How many people do we have? There's 14. There was 23. Art, have a spammer in here. Yes, I think I just didn't get to your message before I saw that, but we did unspam them and read them in the process. Kelly Lane, we have very few in our neighborhood. So the ones that do show up are getting a handful. We did not have any our first year, so when they were surprised the second year and hit a few, and I gave them full size Hershey bars I had on hand for s'mores. That reminds me of that funny cartoon where the old lady is coming to the door and the Grim Reaper is there. And he says, full size Snickers, you're okay, whatever her name was, you're okay, Martha. And does not take her. Erica Hall, I would appreciate a reading. Am I where I belong? That's a big question for lots of people. Five of Cups is, hmm, are you where you belong? Well, you're looking at all the bad stuff, but you're not seeing the good. The good is there too, but the bad stuff is sort of clouding your judgment. So take a moment, pause. Don't be thinking about all the bad stuff. Look at the good stuff and see which one is a better option. Does it outweigh the bad stuff? For a pro and a con list. Hello, Lorna. Art. How about a reading for any info for the remainder of the year? Which is we got about 8 weeks left. For you, Art, let's pull one from the Rebel deck. These cards are slick. Come on, shuffle. What does this mean? Time to let go, move on. I don't know if that resonates with what your remainder is for the rest of this year, but it is saying there's something you need to move on from. It's like you have been stuck in it for too long. And it's some sort of commitment. You made too many commitments for what's on your plate. Time to whittle some of them down. So you can start the new year fresh. Lorna Young, appreciate a reading, please. If possible. Of course it's possible. That's why we're here. Shuffling, shuffling. Lorna, Lorna. It is 9 of Wands. Now, Lorna, you might feel a little bit beat up right now. You've done a lot of work. People may not be noticing the hard work you've done. You may feel a little taken advantage of, or maybe not appreciated. But hold on there because, over time, someone's going to see all of your creative efforts, and but right now they're just not getting it. So hold on a little bit longer. Katie, a general reading. Katie, I don't know what's going on, but something is keeping you up at night. The Nine of Swords is worry, heartache, it can be stress. So just be aware that that is affecting you. Take some time, go and do something tomorrow or the next day. Go do something you've never done before, whether it's a new coffee shop, a new restaurant, sitting on a park bench and reading a book. Just go someplace different from your normal routine and do something you have never done before. You can be as elaborate as going ice skating or just sitting in a park with a new book. And that will help clear your air. Hello, Bethany. It's my daughter in law. Art. We'll expand on the reading for anything you need to be watching out for. Watch out for daydreaming. Setting expectations that you can't achieve, or make sure the promises you make are based in fact. This card is difficult sometimes because it's about all the things we want to do, or we talk about doing, or we plan to do, but we don't get around to, or it can be unrealistic expectations of ourselves or other people. So it's just time to put things in perspective. And once again, I say this all the time. I tell people it's time to do it with a pro and a con list. Which the best thing for me right now? What isn't? Kim Walker, happy Halloween. Yes, happy Halloween. How are you? How are you? You were looking forward to passing out candy earlier, I saw. Ruth, thanks. And no doubt the guys with the white jackets are coming. I'm surprised they haven't yet, but on his corner, blessed Samhain, everyone. Richard Gates, how will the month of November go? I predict it will be cold and you will eat turkey. You're going to walk away from something. I call this the screw it card. It's the Eight of Cups. He's done all this work. He set everything up in place. And then all of a sudden he said, forget it. I'm out of here. I'm done with this. So I think, Richard, there's something you're going to be walking away from. And sometimes it's just an idea or a concept or changing a change of direction. I did that just the other day. I spent the entire weekend redoing my Patreon, setting up all these wonderful tiers, promoted. And it was the two upper tiers where you actually got to see me on video every day. But only like three people signed up for the lower tier that really didn't get them anything except for watching YouTube videos early, not all the cool stuff I was planning. So I had to sit back and assess. It's like I've lined all this stuff up. And then I was also receiving messages from people. Times are hard. Wish I could sign up. And I've usually always done this content for free. So I just had to completely go to the chalkboard, erase everything, and start completely over, which is where we are today. In case you don't know, this is streaming because it's Halloween to the Facebook pages, not just my YouTube. This is not an Aroma G's event. This is Papa G's. So please take a moment if you're on my YouTube or go to my YouTube, which is at folkmagicstudio.com. Sorry, on the YouTube at Folk Magic Studio, and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to the point where I have a certain amount of watch hours and a certain amount of so I can actually, you know, make a couple of coins off of the creating all this content. I'm telling you, this stuff is expensive. I just got a new Yeti microphone. I don't know how many microphones I have in the house, but I kept trying to do new ones. And I'm like, forget it. I'm going to go ahead and get the good one. So maybe that's why I probably sound better to you than I normally do. You're welcome, Art. Is it possible if I can get a reading? Says Diana. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Diana. Halloween's a good time to meet. There's something you need to be. This is a card of apprenticeship. So there's something you want, but there's a little bit more you have to learn or you have to work at. So it'll be prosperous for you. It'll be a good decision, but there's something that you're wanting to achieve that you need a little bit more practice at. So hopefully that helped, Diana. 7. Hi, can I get a general reading? Mim Chapman says happy Halloween. 7, something's going to be taken away from you. It's the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is, it can be a card of theft. It can be just something eating away from you, eating away at you. So, number one, check all the people you hang with. Make sure no one is taking anything from you or taking advantage of you. So, it may be a time to assess all the people around you. Make sure nobody's slipping cash out of your wallet. Lady V, my partner starts a new job tomorrow. How will the day go for him? Quite well. 6 of Wands. It looks like it was a good decision on his part for what he wants to get out of a job, and it's the victory card. Katie, feeling I need reassurance lately. Good, good. Anna's Corner. Papa G, I'm living for that crown on your head, and your shirts already look so comfy. I love your energy. Big floppy shirts had a big belly. Oh, you want to see a crown? Wait a minute. I will get the crown that I use for my crown of achievement spells. Let's try to wear that for a little bit. Let's see if it'll stay on my head. This one I use in my crown of achievement spells. Yeah, that's not going to stay on my head. Wouldn't it be nice to wear this all the time? But yeah, not going to stay. Hey, let's switch hats for a minute. What else have we got over here? This one's fun too. Oh, it's a little bit tall. I have to stay back here for you to see it. I got all sorts of hats. I got a witch's hat. This one just has a little spider web on it. I don't think that's actually going to show up too well. Let's go back to the original. I think I got about 18 hats. Lady V and I were talking about this, that I was going to get a bunch of fascinators to wear for when I do those videos, when I do a movie commentary. If you haven't seen it, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe while you're there. But watch my reaction video to The Craft. Yeah, I cracked a lot of jokes in it. And we were talking about that. Yeah, I like having the jokes, but I also want to do more of them where I teach you more, where there are movies where it's either horror or where they have spell work in there or something that's a cult. And we address all those things and maybe learn some stuff. And yeah, of course, we will cut some jokes at people too. Let's see, where are we on time? I actually had the camera in front of the clock, 6:40. So we can go in about 40 minutes. That's good. Lady VLF Fascinators. Yes. So when I go through all of these that I bought, then I'm going to start to revamp them myself. I might start to put voodoo dolls or something on here. Maybe the chicken's feet or something that I make. If you see my candles in the corner here, I used those in my hexapeel video that I got. No, they're not real. These, however, over here are real. Hey, I had to keep the chapel warm, and to make the sound right, I had to turn the heater off, or the big heater with the blower. Where was I leading to? Oh, yes. Roy and I went recently to the Centennial Park at the Parthenon and watched a concert. It's a candlelight concert. They're happening all over the country. Look and see if they're doing any in your area. And of course, there were these candles. I kind of thought they were going to do that. I thought surely they're not going to light hundreds of candles in a room. Well, number one, safety concerns. Number two, it'll be hot as hell in there. But they were all over the place. They lined the walkways. They were around, and what the people played was I think it was about a dozen songs, all with a Halloween theme. There was the theme from The Exorcist and Psycho, Beetlejuice. I won't say it again. What else? There were so many things, but it was a fun night because I don't think we had done anything like that in a couple of years since the nasty COVID hit. Well, it looks like I think everyone is done asking their questions. I hope you've had fun tonight. I'm going to go in with Reverend Roy and eat some chili and see maybe we can find some horror movie on the um, Netflix or whatever that we haven't seen that is number one, not corny and cheesy, and number two, I won't. well, just bad acting I won't want to turn off in the first 15 minutes because I can't stand it anymore. Those are hard to find anymore. They don't make good horror movies like they used to. I don't like gore. I like the horror movies that have some sort of mystical thriller element to them. So, well, thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad I streamed it everywhere tonight. Make sure to go to my YouTube channel at Folk Magic Studio, as well as the Aroma G's at aromags.com, because we do free readings there every morning, 11:30 a.m. Central Time. And I've started to do all sorts of daily shows about different aspects of magic and the occult. This morning I did Halloween. Yesterday was how to get spirits out of your house. So this has been Papa G. Thanks for joining me and hope you had good readings. I hope it helped some. Till later. Bye bye.